Okay, today I'm going to touch on a popular subject, but I'm going to come at it at a very different and strange angle. I'm going to talk about the one advantage of watching pornographic videos. But before I get to that one advantage, I must make myself clear and preface everything I'm going to say about that one advantage. I agree with most of the critics regarding pornographic videos, such as if you're a young man or you're a teenager who's never had the pleasure of making love to a woman, even though I've lived long enough to know there's a huge difference between making love to a woman and having sex with her. But let's put making love to one side. Let's talk about the base erotic action of sex. So if you're a youngster, teenager, or young man starting out, you could get the wrong idea of sex in what a woman wants regarding sex and stuff like that. So that I agree with that criticism. I also agree with the possible addictive nature of it, where it can desensitize you and screw up your sex life, basically. Not that that's ever happened to me, but I can see how that could happen to some guys as such. So I agree with that aspect of it. One more criticism I have, but I tend not to really hear much from guys as such, and maybe I'm a little bit the odd one out. My criticism personally with a lot of porn videos, they tend to lack romance. They tend to lack the touchy-feely. They seem to be very robotic, and in some cases quite abusive. And I'm not really into the abusive side of that, really. Unless this is the kinky, crazy side of me. Unless the roles were reversed and the woman was the dominant one, and she was, for argument's sake, it's just argument's sake, a woman jumped to my face and said, "Lick it and love it, nigger," or something like that. You see what I'm saying? That I kind of see a turn on in that. But in terms of a man being abusive to a woman and say, "Oh, bitch," and "Oh, you can do it better than that," now I don't really like that. So I agree with the general criticism of watching porn. Now, before I get to the one advantage, I've got to give you some background on myself first. For those of you who do not know, last year I was diagnosed with prostate cancer. And I had the radical prostatectomy. Whoa! I said it. See, I normally fall over my words. I struggle to say certain words, and I actually said it. So, in short, I had my prostate taken out because I wasn't my cancer wasn't advanced, but it wasn't benign neither. So after saying all that, after giving myself praises, so to be on the safe side, they decided to take my prostate out. Now, for those of you who do not know, one of the side effects of having your prostate removed, it takes approximately 18 months for you to get your erection back naturally without the aid of pills or vacuum pumps or such like that. And so here's where I'm building up the one advantage of porn videos. So, okay, let's put aside the men who are lucky enough to have a supportive partner who's married and he's got a good relationship with his girlfriend, wife, and she understands in that 18-month span, he is the one in need. He is the one that is the victim. He's the one that's going to need help. He's the one that's going to need support. So she understands that in that period, she's got to make more effort to help him get his erection back and get his libido up and turn him on and so forth. All this because, it all adds up. Your blood flow, the more blood flow you get, the better aids your recovery. So an understanding woman would understand that, and she would support him. Now, I've said this in another video. In my opinion, there's two types of women on this planet. You got a maker and you have a taker. A maker She's like the good wife, what I've just described. She helps you, supports you. When you're in a time of need, she will have your back, and she's a companion. So the two of you work as a team. If she's down, well, then you would help her out. If you're down, she will help you out. So that's a true meaning of a companion. So you got a maker. She's a maker. But then sadly, which you get many women in the second category, the taker. They're out for what they can take. They're not very good at sharing. They're not very good at giving. They're interested in what they can take. So if you're in a situation where you're sexually involved with a taker, the traits of a taker, even though she knows that you've had your prostate removed, she's not going to be very willing to help you get your libido back and turn you on. So she could quite easily be content with being a lazy lover. No blowjobs. If she touches you, it's not very good. It's very short, if at all. She's very happy to just lay on her back and let you do all the work. Be it you go down on her or whatever. She just 90% of the time, she'll just lay there and let you do all the work. And that is a true definition of a taker. Now, if this person is someone you're committed to, married to, well, of course, you will then should sit down and have the conversation, because she is valuable enough in your life for you to have her in your life. So you sit down and say, well, look, this is not really working out. I need more than what I'm getting. But if it's someone you're not committed to, you don't intend to marry them, you don't intend to live with them, or so forth, this is where the porn movie comes in handy. Because now it's nearly a year since I've had my operation, and I've started to notice the recovery really started to notice the pace picking up. I'd say from 6 to 7 months after my operation. And there's definitely something that definitely resembles an erection for sure now. It's really this is without the aid of Viagra or Cialis. So it's really hopeful, really freaking hopeful. Like, so what's really good is watching porn movies, and that is the equivalent of a supportive woman, because you get the stimulation, you choose the porn movie or the parts that really turns you on, and that does the trick. That is the only advantage, I would say, of watching porn videos. If you're in that situation where you've had your prostate removed and you need to get your erection back working, that I would recommend. That as long as you haven't got someone supportive that you could speak to and so forth. If you're in that situation where you're involved with a casual lover and she's not very supportive, well, I would recommend porn movies all the way, definitely 100%, because I don't really care if the woman I'm casual with just wants to lay there, because I know when I get in, when I go home, I've got my abundance of porn on my tablet to watch, and that's gonna reach the parts that she doesn't reach, and there you go. So this is what I would recommend to any guy who's in that situation. Okay, that's the only advantage of watching porn movies. Okay, thank you. I did tell you it was kind of weird, but there you go. All right. Gotta go, and hope you enjoyed watching the video. Excuse my other phone going off. All right, okay, bye. Have a great day. See you later.